Welcome to That's My Biz, the Internet Business Showcase, where we bring exposure to products, services, and special causes of local businesses and organizations. Thank you so much for joining us. We are coming to you live from the BizLinks TV studio. Brought to you by Southeast Computers, repairs, upgrades, custom builds, and restorations. SoutheastComputersATL.com. Hello everyone, I'm Pam Alexander and welcome to another episode of That's My Biz. As always, we enjoy bringing to you the wonderful businesses, nonprofits, and associations that we meet when we're out there networking because we want to let you know about the great things that these businesses have going on. And I have with us today our special guest, Ms. Bonita White. Welcome, Bonita.
Welcome. Well, thank you so much, Pam. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. Now, Bonita's company is Bonita White and Associates, and she started her business career as a trailblazer. She has had several different, serious big roles. She's owned a medical clinic. She went back to the school and obtained her chemistry degree and taught high school science for 7 years, and then went on to start a STEM education consulting business. We are fortunate that she's a serial entrepreneur and that she is now in the financial services arena and bringing some great information to the businesses out there and to individuals, teaching them financial intelligence. I want to dive right in because I really want to learn more about some of the things that you talk about with just wealth preservation, financial intelligence. So in talking about wealth, let's start up with what's one of the biggest strategies for building wealth?
Well, I find the biggest strategy for building wealth, Pamela, is it's not so much how much money you make.
Okay.
It's what you do with what you have.
Yes.
We see so many people that have made a large income, professional athletes and movie stars, and a few years later they are bankrupt.
Right.
I also saw a while back, it was on YouTube, it was a gentleman who never earned more than $20,000 in a year in his entire lifetime. He was a parking lot attendant. However, now his portfolio is worth over $900,000. So that just goes to show you it's not how much you make, it's what you do with your earnings, and always pay yourself first.
Oh, now that is a wonderful nugget already. And because we talk about the millionaire next door, and oftentimes you don't know who that millionaire is because most people that have a lot of money, you would never know it.
Right. The millionaire next door says that most millionaires, the one thing they do have in common, they live below their means. Yes. They live below their means. They're not the ones that have the new car every year. Right. But as far as net wealth is concerned, they are millionaires.
Right.
Yes.
So now how does someone get started? Because oftentimes we think about the people that have these large portfolios now that they started saving, when they were young or their parents started saving for them, and it's accumulated to this. But many of us are just starting.
Yes.
So how, as an adult, do you get started and still get to the level that you want to get?
Well, there are some things you need to understand. Here in the United States, there are only 3 legal ways to earn income.
Okay.
The first is a W-2 wage earner.
Okay.
The second is a business owner or 1099 wage earner. And the third is an investor.
Okay.
Now, as far as leakage, as far as how much of our income goes out, the number one place is on taxes.
Okay.
And the W-2 wage earner, unfortunately, pays the highest percentage of taxes, 30%. The business owner pays less. So what you want to do is, I advise every person, if you have a job, if you're earning W-2 income, you want to shift over to the business arena. Through a home-based business. Not that you don't have to have an extravagant, storefront. A home-based business will allow you to take advantage of some tax advantages. Okay?
Because like you said, it's about what you keep. And not what you're putting out.
What you keep.
Okay.
I also, when you partner with me, I do coaching. I have a little known strategy where I can show people how they can get an immediate raise instantly, anywhere from $200 to $500 a pay period. just by making a simple adjustment.
Wow.
Okay.
So as we go on, because I already know some of you all want to know the answer to that one, go ahead and tell them how they can get in touch with you, and we'll repeat it again.
Okay. You can connect with me on my website, www.bonita, Bonita, White, WHITE.com. And when you go to my website, I do give away a free book, 21 Ways to Keep Your Hard-Earned Money. So I give that away for free.
Love it.
And it does talk about one of the strategies, but you have to sit down with me and really go over it and learn how to do it. But I give you 21 principles that you can start doing right away to put you on the road to keeping your money and building a very nice financial portfolio.
Oh, that is wonderful. So go out there, make sure that you grab that book. And then so the education with the book, you also do coaching, consulting.
Yes, I do.
So tell me about your other services.
Well, I show people, first of all, how to save on their taxes, how to increase their cash flow. A lot of times there's leakage that if you revisit, once a year, people need to revisit their monthly bills. Find out how you can get a lower rate on your gas bill. Find out how you can get a lower rate on your homeowners or your car insurance. That is money that you can keep and you can start saving and investing.
So when you say leakage, you're talking about money that we're losing that we don't even realize, kind of like that little dripping faucet. You don't realize how it can accumulate over time.
And also keep a log of how you spend money for a week or two. You know, that $4 cup of latte, that also adds up. So a lot of people don't realize how they're spending their money. But if you keep a log, maybe you're eating out every day or you're eating out 3 or 4 times a week. If you just carried your lunch, you could save that money, take that money you were spending eating out and put it in a savings account. Yes.
I have a friend of mine who, I mean, is the queen of this. Even if she saves on a coupon, she will take that savings amount and go immediately deposit in the bank. She does not care if it's less than $1. It is going in the bank, but it has added up over time. So making some of those little changes are some of the things that individuals can do. Now, what about when we talk about investing? Because that's often intimidating to people.
It is. I would tell people just to read up. We will study everything. We were just talking. We'll know what's going on all the latest TV shows, but we don't take the time and study and prepare for our financial future. I will say this, as far as putting money in the bank, most the top wealth strategists suggest that you only have 1 month to 3 months emergency money in the bank. They are not giving you, what is the rate, 0.025% in the bank. So you put, you know, you just want to put just enough money in the bank. And then find out some things, like if you work on a job and they give you a 401k. A 401k is excellent. Look out for the fees. I talked about that in my book as well, because those fees make a difference.
That's fees for when they then start taking it out.
Well, no, fees just to manage that 401k. Oh yeah, they got all kinds of fees. A lot of hidden fees. And even if you select a financial planner, know the difference between a financial planner and what we call a fiduciary. A fiduciary has a vested interest in making sure that you profit, you make money, whereas a financial planner, they just have to point you to a product that's suitable. So you have to.
Oftentimes they're getting paid by that particular product.
And a lot of times, some of them, most of them, have your best interests at heart. But some of them will also steer you to the products that will make them the highest commission. So you just have to do your due diligence. This is your life we're talking about, and your financial future.
So then you work with individuals to help them in choosing those options and choosing a financial planner or fiduciary. Okay, and then whether or not to look at 401k or other type forms of investing.
That is true. But if your employer is matching your 401k, by all means, definitely take advantage of it. If you have the option to click on Roth, because a Roth makes it, you pay taxes now, but when you go to take it out years later, it's tax free. So what do you think? Taxes are going to be higher now or later? Later, right.
Exactly.
So you want to choose the Roth option whenever possible.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that, really helping people with that. So how can people start seeing a positive cash flow in their households?
Well, positive cash flow. First of all, a home-based business. You want to generate some business income, and you can save on taxes.
Okay.
That's the main thing. If you're saving that 30% going directly to the IRS, then you can take that 30% and do some other things with it. So that's the number one thing. The second thing is to eliminate debt. What happens? People, let's say they make $50,000 a year, and in their mind, that's how much they make. Well, 30% of that is 15,000. So really, actually, you're only making 35,000. So how do they overcompensate? They get into debt. They go to the car dealer. All your debt is based on your gross pay, even though that's not what you make. So now they have gotten into debt to compensate for what was taken out in taxes. And just being aware of what I call the capitalistic holiday.
Okay.
We just got over what? President's Day? Okay, so next it'll be what? Easter and spring break, you know, 4th of July, Memorial Day.
Yes.
Don't get caught up in all of these sales and all the commercialism. A lot of people think they gotta go to the one-day sale just because it's a one-day sale.
But if you didn't go, you wouldn't be spending the money.
That
you'd have
is
that money in your pocket.
so true. You know, credit card debt, consumer debt. You know, try to pay cash when possible, if you can.
Yeah, and I love that because oftentimes, you know, we always hear about how to make more money, how to do something to bring in more income and all that, but you're really focusing on how to keep what you have, and then how to really use that to grow so that you're not doing so much work, but you're letting your money work for you.
That's it. That's it. Also, what I'm finding out, the true rich people don't have a lot of cash on hand. They put their assets are in real estate, stocks, gold, precious metals. I've been reading some people say 1/4 to even I've seen as high as 1/2 of your portfolio needs to be in some type of precious metal that's going to go up. I've also partnered with a company that does credit restoration. Because a lot of times, a lot of people took a hit during 2008 to 2010, investment properties, foreclosures, a lot of things happened, and their credit was damaged. Good credit is a must in this country. That determines your homeowner's insurance. That determines your car insurance. That determines whether you're going to get the best interest rate on your car or your credit card or whatever you're trying to do. And in some instances, it is a determining factor on whether you get that job. So credit restoration, I'm happy to be able to offer that service. I partner with a company that has a A rating with the Better Business Bureau, and they even give you a money-back guarantee. Where you can start the credit restoration process for the people who already have good credit standing. It also gives you a credit builder, just showing you places that you can enhance your good credit. Right. Also, they offer a financial lockbox. You know, a lot of people, when something happens, people are scrambling around looking for insurance policies and different things like that. You can have a financial lockbox that is stored in the cloud space, so if something happens, all of your information is in one place. So it's a bunch of services, wills and trusts, just a lot of things.
So now, in talking about the credit a little bit, so for those that may not understand, because like you said, the credit and your credit score and all that is key to you being able to accomplish a lot. Now, what is considered a good credit score these days?
Anything above a 700. 700 and above is considered good credit. With the 720, 740, you can walk in any car dealership with no money down, and they will cater to you. You'll get the best interest rate, and
Okay.
you'll walk out
Okay.
riding that same day.
Okay. Now
Yes.
let's talk about also in that because I want to talk about how to get up to that. But what about people that don't even have credit? Because a lot of people think, okay, I don't want to use credit cards. I don't want to, start all that. So they really don't have any credit.
Right. No, you need credit in this
Yeah.
country. You need a history. If you start off with just a simple card and you pay it on time, you never let your balance be more than half of what
Okay.
your whole credit line is, and you just build on that. But
Okay.
you must show a history, especially if you're planning on purchasing a home in the future.
Right.
They need to see an established pattern of bill paying, that you pay your bills on time.
Right. So get with Bonita on safe ways to build that credit so that you don't get caught up, because it's real easy to get caught up in that whole credit concept and minimum payments and all
Yes,
that,
yes.
and next thing you know, your score has gone down. So definitely get with her on how to build good credit, how to start out with good credit and build it. And then for so many people, like you mentioned, because of the economy, because of different things that have gone on, people have lost their jobs, their credit score has faltered,
Yes.
and not necessarily to a fault of their own, but just the situation in life. What can people do, or what are some of the tips of things that people can do to help get that credit rebuilt?
Well, like I said, I just partnered with the company. If you go to www.770creditscore.com, and it will show you
Okay.
that service.
Okay.
It'll, and you can also, if you call me, I will give you a dummy login
Okay.
where you can log in and actually see what they do.
Okay.
So they will work on your behalf. They have credit attorneys working on your behalf that know the fair credit laws and
Okay.
will use the laws. It's legal, it's honest, and it's ethical. This
Okay.
company has a A rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Okay. Okay.
So, and it also has a money back guarantee.
Okay.
So that is a legal, honest, ethical way to restore your credit.
Okay.
And it does take time. It's not a quick
Right,
thing. Anywhere
right.
from 3 maybe
Right.
to 6 months, depending on how severely damaged your credit is.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. And because I know another thing that I didn't learn till late was that even in closing accounts, how that closing credit card accounts, how that can hurt your
right,
score.
right. It's best to
Yeah.
leave it open with a zero balance.
Yeah.
Or just charge something and pay it off every month. It will still establish a good paying
Right.
history.
Right. So
Yes.
so learning those little details of things that you don't know that you don't know, and so reaching out to you to really start learning some of those nuances and some things that you can do to just improve that whole bottom line.
Yes.
Now, do you work with families as well when it comes to building wealth?
I prefer to sit down with the husband and the wife.
Okay.
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 Because they're the ones who were, and just looking at their picture, finding out what their goals are.
Okay.
What are they trying to move toward? If they have small kids, are they trying to build a college fund, or just what their goals are, and we'll go from there.
Okay, fantastic. And then you also mentioned wills, living wills, and trust. So do you help people get into more estate planning?
Well, a part of the service is for a monthly service, they can establish a will or a trust. And what I'm finding out about the will, because I already had a will, but a will has to go through probate. And it's public record. And some people don't want the public to know all of their financial
Right,
business.
right.
And if you write down an irrevocable trust, then all of your wishes will be followed to a T without a judge having to decide,
Okay.
and just taking your family through the whole probate thing, because I've heard nightmares
Yes, yes.
about that whole probate thing. Yes.
Again, it goes back to there's so much that we don't know that we don't know. We don't even know to ask some of the questions. We're
Right,
just going on
right.
some of the assumptions. So having an expert, definitely having a wealth coach that you can go to and talk to and just learn about. And with the education that you provide, and definitely with her book, don't forget to get that one,
Yes,
21
yes.
Ways to Keep Your Hard-Earned Money.
Yes.
The education you can provide, that's where you start picking up more of that information, more of that knowledge. It doesn't have to be intimidating.
Right.
So definitely in work with Bonita, because we've enjoyed, we are just getting started, you all. all. So you all already
Right.
know we're going to have Bonita back on and
Yes,
work with her so that we
yes.
can bring more of this knowledge to the
And
individuals.
and in closing, I did want to say, as far as the gold is concerned, a lot of people are not buying gold because it's $1,200 an ounce.
Okay.
Well, I partnered with a company that allows you to buy it in
Okay.
small increments.
Okay.
You can open up a free online gold savings account. It doesn't
Okay.
cost you anything to open it.
Okay.
They just need to verify who you are and that your address
Okay.
is correct. You have to agree you're not a money launderer or anything
Right.
like that. And you can start saving small increments of gold.
Okay.
Because if anything ever happens in the dollar, the fiat currency collapses, gold is universal.
Okay.
Right. It's acceptable in all countries, and you can trade goods and services for gold.
So now is gold more of, because when I was growing up, my mom used to always get savings bonds for us,
Right,
and
right.
and that accumulated. But so now is gold kind of what's replaced, kind of that type of
Right,
investment?
it kind of it puts a hedge on inflation.
Okay.
That's number one. Inflation is the silent killer
Okay,
of
okay.
our wealth,
Yes.
and that's when things go up. You buy something this year it costs one price, but next year it went up higher. That's inflation.
Okay.
So by you having a portion anywhere from 25 to 50% in gold,
Okay.
that hedges against inflation. Okay, if anything should ever happen, and gold has always gone up. Now right now, it fluctuates, and right now gold is down. That's the best time to buy. You
Right.
don't want to wait until
Right.
it goes up to $2,000 or $3,000
Right.
an ounce. This is the time you want to buy. Get it in small increments.
Okay.
Hold on to it, and you will never regret that decision.
Wow,
I
that's-
wish I would have bought gold
Yeah.
years ago. A college friend, when an ounce was like $500. Okay,
Okay.
it's almost $1,300
Yeah.
now.
Wow.
Right.
So if that's an investment that you really want to learn more about, definitely
Yes.
reach out to Bonita. She has some good information on that and how you can do that and how you can get started small. Just like we said, it's about keeping what you have.
That's it.
It's about even that millionaire next door that just started. If you make $1, you save 10 cents.
That's
So,
it.
but it builds up. So whatever you have to start with, you can grow. And it sounds like with whatever you have, you can get into starting with gold as well.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that is wonderful. One more time before we close, tell everyone how they can get in touch with you.
Well, you can partner with me. You can go to my website, www.bonita, B as in boy, ONITA, White, WHITE.com. My phone number is on there. You can feel free to reach out to me, 770-882-6889. That's my direct mobile office, and I will be more than happy to talk with you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us
for
today.
having me, Pamela.
Absolutely, some wonderful information, some great tips. Hopefully this has just wet your whistle a little bit so that you can get really interested in truly taking yourself, your family, to that level of financial intelligence that you need so that you can leave a fantastic legacy and they
That's
can
it.
continue to pass it on. Everyone, I'm Pamela Alexander with BizLinks TV Network. We want to remind you you can watch this episode and other episodes on our website at www.bizlinks.tv. You can also please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BizLinksTV. Subscribe, give us some thumbs up out there, give us some comments as well. We'd love to hear from you. So check us out on YouTube. Also, you can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/BizLinksTV. I'm Pam Alexander. Remember, we want to expose your business to the world. Thank you for joining us. Today's show can be viewed on demand on our website at www.bizlinks.tv. If you are interested in having your products, services, or special cause showcased on our program, submit an inquiry to that'smybiz@bizlinks.tv. In addition, information on advertising and hosting your own show can be found on our website at bizlinks.tv.